Hello.
Jordan, we are live. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. A bit of a rush start here for this stream. It is going to be DNMK versus EKasi Esports tonight. I hope you guys are as excited for this as we are. I am Lol. Sorry, I'm joined by Mr. Jones Esquire, also known as Jordan Jones. How are you doing today, my good man?
I'm doing good in yourself, man. A little bit stressed. Exams are coming through, starting to cause a little bit of an issue, but otherwise, I'm doing fine. I'm ready to go and hopefully watch two really good teams battle it out on a really insane series.
I do think these two teams are going to be going at each other from the get go. DNMK arguably in the top three of South African CS:GO at the moment, being on an absolute tear lately, and it's going to be exciting to see what Ikasi are going to bring out here. But unfortunate, a lot of things have been happening in between. In terms of load shedding, so on and so forth, and this game is going to go on as scheduled, even though both teams have a bit issues. Not too sure whether they're going to be able to have their
CS:GO at the
full
moment.
teams
Been on an
playing.
absolute tear lately.
So we might
Yeah,
see some exciting 4v4 action, but it does look like everyone is in the server for both teams.
being a South African esports competitive player, it's just one of those things where load shedding, you're just going to have to learn to deal with it. Both of these teams have done the most to be able to get onto the server today and to put up a really insane game for both of us, for everyone in the chat, and for both of us to watch. So I'm really excited to get this one underway. DNMK, one of those rosters that looks absolutely insane on paper, and they deliver on the battlefield as well. They are absolutely crazy. We saw them, I believe, in the last leg of DGL. They did end up going like 9-0 at the start, so they were absolutely insane. And then EKasi, on the other hand, is one of those teams that you always have to look out for. We saw last week they were sorry, not last week, a couple of days ago they were taking on Energy Esports, and they gave them an absolute run for their money on Nuke, which I'm not sure a lot of people expected. But I don't know, there's something about DMS. He looks like an absolutely different man. He looks completely revitalized. He looks absolutely on form at the moment. The rest of his team's also there. They're also looking really insane. Who else putting up numbers in every single game that he plays? Gemini always there to support Bullock, and Badger always there as well to pick up the frags where they need to. So with a roster like Akasi's, you can never count them out of any competition, especially what they showed us against Energy. Maybe they can bring a little bit of that nuke energy back onto this first map pick here against DNMK.
Indeed, they did take energy to overtime in that first map, and today should be an absolute tear if Ikasi can bring that same type of form. I don't think either of these teams were expecting an hour ago to actually play this match, so I'm not too sure if that's going to favor Ikasi or DNMK. But one thing I do know is that we've seen a lot of talent on the server right now. You already spoke about DMS. Gemini and Badger, but Bullock also such a good captain and player. And then looking on the other side, Nexus, the man, and Davo, sorry, Devo or Davo, don't know which one.
Diver.
Davo are just absolute legends of the scene at the moment. They're really making a name for themselves, shall we say?
Yeah, they've been looking absolutely crazy. Especially in the previous league, they were looking absolutely dominant. I was wondering if they would even give ATK a run for their money, but fortunately, that dream didn't quite come through. But yeah, I mean, they used to be under what I believe at the time was Omnius. They used to be old Omnius roster, and now coming off into their DNMK roster. These players are absolutely crazy. I remember back in my days when I was still good enough to be a diamond player on Face It. Heartbreak was one of those guys that I always looked up to. He was one of those players that I always I'd imagine that maybe one day with enough practice my aim could be like his. But these days you never know. Hey, he's evolved further past that, and now he's looking absolutely crazy. But I mean, while we've been rambling on, the pistol round is getting underway. We are going to see the T's making their way onto A side. The man picking up who else on the entrance. Badger takes down two. The man picking up yet another two through the smoke. He picks up a 3K in the round. He hasn't even seen anyone yet, I don't think. But now Diver out from heaven does pick up the first and the final frag. So we are going to see the pistol round go in the way of DNMK. A really nice attempt there to get onto the side. Some really nice opening frags there from Badger, but unfortunately not able to close the round.
Indeed, I did think Stream missed the first bit as I was trying to load in the sound and so on and so forth. I do apologize about that. Like I said 15 minutes ago, Jordan and I weren't expecting to be streaming this, but here we are, and we are going to entertain you, and the players are going to do their best to show you a good time. Can chat just confirm if they can hear in-game sound? Please do just confirm. I wasn't able to do any testing before the stream went live. So we have here DNMK are on a anti-eco deagles all around for EKasi. Gemini gets tagged up a little bit there, and that is not ideal to start around. DMS spamming away, not being able to find anyone, unfortunately. Nexus somehow getting tagged to 48 HP through that spam. Heartbreak's going to take down Bullock on 7 HP, taken down by DMS. The man is going to smoke off Secret, and that's a pretty good yield so far from EKasi.
Oh, jeepers. Why is that so loud?
Cheapers, your phone vibrating is quite loud, I'm not gonna lie. The flash is coming through. Badger peeks, takes Dweezil's head clean off. That was a very good shot by Badger, not gonna lie. And he's still
Name a
here
more
outside.
iconic duo. EKasi and Deagles.
I can't. I literally can't. And here comes the slow creep from Gemini. Right now, DNMK are very susceptible to these Deagles. Nexus sitting on 48 HP. The Deagles can do so much damage to him. The man picking up a Zeus. He's going for the BM play right in the beginning, but Devo's positioning is brilliant. He doesn't spot out the two players coming straight onto site, and Devo's going to get one.
Oh, no.
He's going to get another, and he's going to get a third, and he's just going to close out that round. Very well played there by Devo, making sure that the bomb isn't going to go down. EKasi, in another world, if the timing was a little bit better, they win that round.
Yeah, really unfortunate there from who else not able to pick up that frag towards the top of hut from with the Deagle. I was almost certain that his crosshair was on Divo's head, but in the end, CSGO is just one of those things. First bullet accuracy can be a little bit janky sometimes, but not able to close out the round. We are going to see EKasi go into a default. A little bit of spam through the squeaky door is going to take him. Is going to take Bullock down. I mean, sorry, who else down by a little bit of HP as well as Bullock with a little bit of spam. Next is actually taking the brunt of that damage over towards Mouth from the hut spam. Some pretty good damage done there. So we are going to just see the pace completely slowed down. Gemini over towards the top of Silo is just going to be lurking with his AK-47. Dweezil needs to be so careful not to overpeak. However, Divo does pick up the first, and then Nexus doubles up onto Badger. DMS is going to be the man to trade it out. He is aware of Dweezil's position over down towards the secret area, and he's holding it down with the AK. The peaks are getting a little bit frantic now. Bullock absolutely destroyed by Heartbreak. I'm not sure if he was tagged up or not, but that was a really nice shot from him. The jiggle peek with the FAMAS. But now DMS, the danger man of EKasi at the moment, again, swinging out, takes Divo down. And now maybe a little bit of an overzealous peek there from Dweezil. He does get punished by Gemini, bringing it down into the 2-on-2. However, with DMS on 15 HP, it is not looking too good at the moment. Heartbreak on the flank towards the squeaky door side of things. The man over towards the top of hut. But both EKasi players are making their way over towards heaven. This could be actually so huge if they are able to trade out the first and get onto the second. The man does seem like he has quite a good idea of it. He takes the first shot, is not able to connect, but now he's still looking over towards the heaven side of things. DMS needs to be so careful on 15 HP. He is taken down, and that's the bomb drop, leaving Gemini and the 1-on-2, 77 HP, and not the most in regards to Usul. He is going to be taken out. The man connects the last little bit of the spray through the hut, and it is going to be a third for DNMK.
Very well played there by DNMK, as we are going to quickly try change some sound options. I don't know why I can't hear anything in game at the moment, Jordan. This is not ideal. I hate when things like this happen, but we move, shall we say? I don't know why it says stream ending. I did not have time to fix any of this, guys. I'm so sorry. Jordan and I apologize profusely. Give us game sound, sir. Yes. I am trying my absolute best. I don't know why we don't have game sound at the moment. It should be picking it up. I don't have game sound either through my ears, but it should be fine. No. We are playing. Okay, Jordan, send us through as I try to fix the sound issues here. I'm going to just keep quiet for a few moments and try sort this out.
I'm going to take us away here as we are going to see the round getting underway with a nice little bit of spam from Nexus over towards the squeaky door. Gemini, DMS taken low, Gemini taken low as well to half HP through the squeaky door. Some spam from Heartbreak over towards over towards Radio Room, and Trophy Room is going to do a little bit of damage. The man now peeking over towards the top of the box. That flashbang not going to connect. However, Gemini will connect with a crazy one dig over towards the top of the boost boxes there. Heartbreak dropping down towards the B position to just try and secure this ramp rotation. He is willing to give up the Hell and Heaven area just to try and secure the B rotations, but we are going to see Badger pick up the first onto Divo over towards Mini, and then a second over towards Nexus. Sorry, not over towards Mini, over towards Squeaky. We are going to see a nice 2K with the Deagle, bringing it down into the 3-on-2. All of a sudden, advantage over towards EKasi. I said earlier, name a more iconic duo than EKasi and Deagles, and Badger is going to pick up his third in the round. A ridiculous shot there with that M4 to take down Dweezil. A nice 3K in the round, leaving Heartbreak in the 1-on-3. He does have a kit on him, but with just the single flashbang and 58 points of health, you aren't going to expect much from him. The Molotov is going to force him out of position, and the burning is going to give away his position. The fake flash over towards the side is just going to ensure that Badger can't be too sure of his position. He is going to be making his way back over towards the Heaven position. Maybe if he gets one frag, this is a little bit more doable, but if he gets tagged too low, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to deal with. He is going to pick up the first onto Bullock. However, while he's swinging out, he is going to pick up a second. So a really nice attempt there from him. However, Gemini with the closer. So some really, really insane entries there from Badger with that Deagle opening up the A side completely, picking up that M4, taking the round completely away from DNMK. So maybe a little bit of a momentum shift, and we are going to see the complete economic reset on the side of DNMK. They are going to go for the Hero M4 setup, a couple of flashbangs, some Deagles, and some body Kevlar, but no head armor whatsoever. We are going to see Heartbreak over towards the ramp position again, holding down with that M4. But who else with the jump peak? Did he see anyone there? I'm not sure. But then the one tap comes through. Nexus taken out completely. The man also taken very low. Now the spam not able to connect as they have rotated off. But who else is going to pick up Divo? Who else? But who else? Yet another frag over towards him. Heartbreak is going to trade one back, but Badger just takes his head clean off. But now the man is getting super aggressive in towards the lobby position. I'm not sure if they're going to be ready for him. Badger taken down through the corner of the wall. However, DMS is there to trade it out, leaving Dweezil on 2 HP in a 1v3. Not the most likely at the moment. However, we are going to see him at least drop down towards the B side of things. He's going to be making his way up secret. Maybe we can catch Gemini off guard a little bit here. However, Gemini is very much aware of it because of the footsteps that were given away. Dweezil is going to be taken down, and a really nice second from EKasi. 2 players lost, but they won't mind it at all. They did end up minimalizing the damage in the end of the day, and they were able to pick up their second. So some really nice entries again on the side of EKasi allowed them to exploit that A bomb site completely.
Jordan, we are going to be just kind of not seeing the next save round as I have to restart my game. Had to change headsets in the middle of the game, and apparently that messed up OBS a little bit. I do apologize to everyone that has to deal with these technical issues at the moment. We had no time to set up, and I'm extremely apologetic about it. So we are loading back into the game right now. As soon as I can, we will be in and roaring to go. Jordan, what is very interesting to see there is EKasi's deal round. Like you said, a very, very dynamic duo. The EKasi and Deagles just seem to do so well together. I wish I could hit shots like that, my man.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely insane with them. Their setups, especially on Deagle rounds, are so impressive. They always put themselves in the positions where they're always getting peeked into. They're always managing to hold down those angles. And with players like who else on the Deagle and DMS and Badger and Bullock and Gemini, every single member of their roster they're so good at aiming, but especially with the deal in their hands, I don't know. It's something. I don't know if they drink in something different where they stay, or if they're putting something in the water, but they are absolutely crazy with the deagle. But in this round, we've actually taken down into the 3v3. Some nice eco frags picked up here. 2 AKs recovered and a really nice shot from Heartbreak over towards Gemini. Brings it down into the 3v1. The first and the second picked up a Badger. Now he knows exactly where Divo's position is. The spray not connecting. Divo taking a little bit low from fall damage. But with the bomb plant in favor of Badger, you should expect him to close this one out. Divo is going to push up close. Maybe go for a wide swing here. But Divo is so damn quick with the AK-47. He does take down Badger, and they are going to pick up their 4th round. So a really nice eco round there from DNMK, able to completely switch it around on EKasi, and they are able to at least walk away with 1 AK as well. So really unfortunate there from EKasi, but they won't mind it too much as they still do have a nice little bit of economy behind them. They are going to go right back into the full gun round, and this should be our first gun round v gun round that we should see over towards Nuke.
And we do have sound, ladies and gentlemen. We have everything sorted. It only took us 6 rounds to get everything going, but I don't think that's too bad, all things considered. EKasi, dynamic full gun round here. Let's see what's going to go on. The man is spraying through the smoke. Is going to take down who else? Putting down his own smoke. The bomb is going to get picked up here by DMS. Never mind. As I say that, he throws it right back down. I like the setup from Dynamic, playing 2 people towards ramp, making sure that that B rotation can't happen unless it comes from outside. And you've got those players, if they do decide to hit B from outside, going through secrets, you can just play retakes over and over again. Heartbreak in a perfect position here. If he hits this first shot onto Gemini, I can stop the rush before it even really happens. No one has spotted him. Look at the trigger discipline. Bullock is going to get one. Badger's going to get one on the outside. Dweezil does take down Bullock eventually. And now everyone from Dynamic is busy rotating around.
Ooh.
A lot of noise being made. Once again, this is going to come down to timing. Who looks at the right place at the right time? The man peeks, does manage to find Gemini. The bomb has been planted. What a shot from the man, taking down DMS. And a good shot from Davo taking down Badger. And that's going to be a 5th round for Dynamic. Looking so solid.
That was absolute madness. That last shot was absolutely raucous there from the man. Shout out to Rourke
Jordan?
in the chat.
I
Hello?
think your microphone is getting interference.
It's getting interference.
Yes.
Oh, that's no good. Is it fixed?
Yes, it's fine now.
Sorry, I don't know. I need to go and get this microphone fixed. But yeah, a really nice shot there from the man. A really ridiculous headshot on the second, the one tap with the jiggle peak. Nice shot there to take down the second last terrorist in the form of EKasi. But we are going to see the first T-side timeout coming through. Nuke, one of those maps where you can exploit these timeouts, come up with some nerdy strats because it's notoriously CT-sided. But with the proper setups and with the correct team play, you can really run away with quite a few rounds on this T-side. So at the moment, they are going to force up into the Deagles. EKasi and Deagles, hopefully they can wow us yet again. But Dweezil with the AWP is going to just try and lock it down. Heartbreak picking up the M4 double AKs over towards Divo and the man, and Nexus on the M4 as well. It's going to be a little bit difficult for EKasi, but with these EKasi boys, their aim capabilities, and especially when they have those Deagles in their hands, you can never count them out. As we are going to see the outside aggression being taken. Heartbreak over down and over towards the B side of things is going to be making his way over for the secret peak. A really nice shot from Bullock to open it up, and Badger onto Nexus. Deagles yet again doing the damage. First by the man onto Badger, and a really nice flick on towards DMS is going to take it down into the 3-on-1. But Bullock not able to do anything else with it. Also dropped by the man. So a really nice hold from in the end there from him, picking up a 3K in the round and just ensuring that no further damage was done. But every single time EKasi has those Deagles, they're always getting those frags.
I'm just about to say, if I'm EKasi, I'm only buying deagles from here on out because they seem to hit shots with that, and it's working for them. They don't take that round, but they do manage to do some economical damage and keep the economy of the CTs in check. Ooh, who outspots Davo out, and Davo does go down. Sitting on 16 HP, he needs to be careful himself. Never mind, he is going to get taken down by the man, spamming through those boxes. Oh, Nexus, look at this cheeky little angle. Is he going to get cleared? No, he's not. He's going to get one free. He's going to... Oh, looks like he's on for the second, but Badger does take him down. Dweezil on the flank from Secret. Does take down DMS. The aggression from Dynamic, they don't give you an inch, even though they're playing on CT. Oh, Badger caught of a nade, sorry, a flashbang in his hands. And now Bullock left on a 1v3 clutch. He does have all the utilities he could want, but Dweezil's going to keep the angle and take him down, giving Dynamic a 7th round.
I really like that dynamic setup there. The early rotate from Heartbreak over towards Secret, just putting a little bit of pressure over towards EKasi, and then Dweezil with the AWP coming up Secret again for the late round peak, able to take down DMS. As an all-par nuke, you have so much freedom to try and make plays, especially if you're well versed in the shotgun AWPing strategy. DMS, one of those players who's I really appreciate how much he's done for my team in particular, because he has informed me about the proper way to AWP on nuke. He sat with me in the server for quite a while, and he was showing me a couple of the angles, and Dweezil abusing the secret angle there to take him down. So using the angle that DMS showed me to take him down, it's a little bit unfortunate for him, but we are going to see EKasi making their way all the way down towards B and getting the bomb plant already. Divo is going to be making his way down towards the RAM side of things. Maybe if they had synchronized that jump a little bit better, it would have been more preferable. However, DMS with AWP is so damn quick. Taking down Nexus, the man, the myth, the legend himself, is going to take down the first frag, and they are going to walk away with it with 3 rifles still in their hands. So a really good result there from EKasi's point of view, and it is going to force DNMK back into the eco buy.
Indeed, DNMK. The economy is so fragile on the CT side. Jordan, whenever we cast together, we always speak about it. You're just one round away from having to save as a CT, especially if you winning rounds with less than 3 people alive. Ooh, this stack could be massive. They don't get blind. Lava gets 1. Almost getting a second. Are they going to peek that? Do you spot him out? And Dweezil is going to go down. A good shot by Gemini. Another day that could have been different. Oh, that's a bit awkward from DMS. Spotting out a Heartbreak as he takes him down with a good headshot. Gemini making sure they're not getting flanked. As the T's, you need to be so worried. Dynamics seems to be on your flank all the time. Say that Nexus does take down Gemini. Bullock taking down DMS. A bit unfortunate there, but in all things considered, a good round.
It's really nice to see how quickly the teams in this division especially pick up onto each other's strategies. EKasi have realized how aggressive DNMK have been, especially on the CT side here in Nuke, and they've started realizing that potential flanks could be coming through from every direction. So they're always checking it, they're always making sure that nothing can happen. And the rounds that they're winning are really coming from these over aggressions from the DNMK boys. Again, they realize that they're coming outside, so they haven't aggressed too far. Nexus with the Deagle looking to do a little bit of damage. However, Gemini will be able to take him down as he was forced out by the Molotov. Now the man pushing over towards lobby. DMS is ready for it. They're so aware of the possible DNMK plays, because when you're getting pushed that aggressively that many times, it's one of those things that you just have to be sure of. And the Gemini was a really nice dink over towards Heartbreak, but Heartbreak able to trade the exact same amount of damage back over towards Gemini. A really nice CZ clip there from Divo over towards the top of hut, does take down Gemini and DMS, doubling up but not able to do anything more. Badger will take down Dweezil with the Molotov, but now swinging out into Heartbreak with the Deagle, not able to pick up the frag, and now Heartbreak with the AWP in the 1v1. This is not a situation you want to be in if you're Bullock especially, but he does seem to have the read on Heartbreak, and he will be able to take him down. So minimizing again the damage taken there. not giving away the round to anything, and the AWP will be dropped over towards Badger. And at least now for DNMK, you are going into the full buy, but 5 rounds as a T side on Nuke isn't the worst, and there is still quite a few rounds to go in the half.
Listen, 5 rounds on Nuke is, generally speaking, the average what T's get in my experience. So, right now, EKasi looking very, very solid, I'm not going to lie, as all the nades are being expended down towards Secret. So worried about these flanks. Oh, if who else isn't careful, the man is going to peek onto him and take him down. Dweezil getting a shot onto Gemini. All of these kills are happening in such quick succession. I can't keep up. DMS takes down Nexus. Dweezil taking out DMS, and then the man with a good headshot onto Badger is going to give Dynamic an 8th round. And force EKasi with a difficult decision. Do we force buy here? Are we going to save going into the last round?
They are just going to take a timeout to discuss it. And if I'm EKasi, I'm definitely picking up the Deagles, maybe Deagle armor over towards Badger, or even maybe a hero AK setup. Go for that ramp rush. Maybe allow him to do a little bit of work with that rifle. Because if he invests into the rifle armor plus full utility, he'll still be sitting, I believe, over 2K, which will be very beneficial for his team. Bullock as well can force up into a Deagle armor, taking him down to about 2.6. So they'll still be very good for economy if they are able to pick it up. Bullock, again, investing into not the head armor, but he will pick up the Deagle. And we are just going to see the same over towards Badger. So they're opting maybe for the AWP setup next round, where Badger can maybe pick up an AWP to try and make some outside frags happen. That's why he's maybe hanging on to a little bit more economy at the moment. But we are going to see the 4 Deagles invested into EKasi, these weapons and them. You can never count them out, especially when they have the $700 AWP in their hands. They are going to be making their way over towards ramp. Heartbreak, if he pulls the trigger now, it could be devastation, but it's not going to happen, as Gemini will cross into as the first player to peak the AWP. Or there's always got to be one. You always have to get the information somehow, and without the utility, it's a little bit difficult. Maybe giving up your life is the play. So now they are aware of Heartbreak positioning. The AWP shot on the second is absolutely crazy. So fast as who else is going to be dropped, and now Badger with outside aggression is just going to be punished from Nexus. He has played the red container position so well this entire game. Diver over towards Heaven, just ensuring that Hull cannot be pressured. DMS is going to be the man to find contact, is going to be taken down, and Diver will pick up the second as well, ensuring that absolutely no damage is done to DNMK by EKasi's Deagles this round. But we are going to see the full buy coming through. Maybe Badger invests into the AWP and tries for some outside picks, but yeah, that's exactly what we are going to see. So getting into this final round of the half, we are going to see a full buy versus a full buy.
Joshua in chat making a good point. EKasi are adapting very well to Dynamics' aggressive structure, but what that aggressiveness has done is kind of conditioned the opposition to play a little bit more passively and gives them so much more map control. Time and time again. Look at this Heartbreak locking down this lobby side. We did see who else getting taken down by Davo, sorry, on top of Hut.
Oh, DMS, you're so good.
I wish I was as good as DMS. Honestly, he's my hero. I'm a bit of a fanboy, I'm not gonna lie. And things have slowed down a little bit. Gemini coming down the ladder. Maybe going to try execute this Hut area. Heartbreak is going to take down Bullock towards lobby, and if they aren't careful, they're going to line up. Oh, the flank is perfect. Davo gets one. And what I like about that is he goes back. He doesn't look for more. Good kill. Badger hitting a very good shot into Nexus. That's important. It levels it down to a 2v2. DMS might find Dweezil here. Oh, Spotty's gun takes him down in vent.
That's tragic.
This is a little bit tragic. I thought the Valve had fixed that, but obviously not. Devos gets one, gets two. That's so clean. He makes that retake look so easy. And it's going to make it a 10-5 scoreline going into halftime.
Yeah, not the worst half you could ask for as a T, but certainly not the best. Maybe they would have liked to pick up that final round, but Divo with a really nice clutch there. But we speak about EKasi's adaptations, but we didn't speak about DNMK. The controlled aggression at the start of the game, they were a little bit aggressive unnecessarily, peeking into situations where they didn't have trades available. But there, what they do is heartbreak. He aggresses ramp, and at the exact same time, I'm pretty sure it was the man who aggressed in towards lobby side of things, and he was peeking off the angle. So even though heartbreak was dropped, he was able to pick up the trade. However, in the end of the day, it did come down to the 1v2, but Diver, one of those players where you always back him to win it. When in those situations, we are going to see Bullock aggression towards ramp. Weasel is going to get absolutely destroyed. Really nice one tap there from Bullock. The man now outside. Who else is going to destroy Divo? But the man does bring it down into the 3v4. At the moment, the Glocks are doing a little bit of damage, but not as much as they would have liked. Bullock with that USP picks up a second in the round. A really nice headshot from them. And then DMS over towards Mouth is going to drop the bomb. Heartbreak will be taken down. And now the USP battle's a little bit awkward, but who else in the end of the day will win it? Nexus does get dropped. And a really clean pistol round there from EKasi to pick up the first round of the half.
Very well played there by EKasi. So much aggression coming from the outside area. I really thought Dynamic was going to flank them before they even realized what was happening. But all is well that ends well for EKasi, and they're going to be going into an anti-eco here. Only have to really worry about Heartbreak's P250. Nothing else. DMS holding Marshmallow, does take down Heartbreak, takes on Davo too, switches to USP. Is he going to find any more? So much happening right now. DMS is going to find his third kill of the round.
Nice.
And make it a fourth. A good 4K. Just some stat padding there. We all need it. We all need it.
Especially picking up 3 there with the MP9 does secure him quite a lot of money in the bank. And some really nice control coming off of the top of Silo there to not just go complete spray down and maybe give away an unnecessary frag that he does just burst it away a little bit by little bit, ensuring that he is able to pick up the multi-frag. We are going to see the outside aggression now from the terrorist on the full buy. This is going to be interesting because EKasi's opted for, I mean, DMS in particular has opted to stay with his MP9, trying to play the bonus, and Badger with the scout outside is going to try and make something happen. Heartbreak with a really nice angle over towards the back of Squeaky is going to take down who else. So the AK is doing the damage at first here, but DMS playing up so close is going to be spotted out by Nexus. Unfortunate for him, not able to pick anything up with it, but Gemini is going to be able to recover the M4A4. So maybe a retake could be a possibility, especially if Heartbreak gets caught out towards his ramp position. Bullock with that FAMAS in the corner is going to be a little bit of a thorn in the side of but the man, he absolutely destroys him. Unfortunate for Bullock there, not able to get anything done. And then Nexus does double up onto Badger. Gemini with some fancy footwork is able to make his way back up the ladder, and he's going to try and hold on to this M4. However, Nexus is on the hunt. Gemini over towards the front of Mouth here is going to be spotted out and taken down. So a really nice round there from Nexus, picking up 3 kills in it and an 11th for DNMK. But maybe the option to play the bonus wasn't really the correct one there from EKasi. I maybe would have liked to see them upgrade, maybe not keeping track of DNMK's economy too well, but nevertheless, they are going to go onto the eco. But EKasi and Deagles, we've spoken about it so much already this game. Maybe we can see something mad happen.
Well, they are 11-6 down at that stage. I don't know why you'd go for the bonus. You really are backing yourself, and not too sure if that's a little bit overzealous there. DMS going 3 times in a row outside. Eventually, Dynamic will get ahead of you, and that's exactly what happens. Nexus is going to peek out. He doesn't spot the player through the smoke. Who else is going to get a free kill onto a Heartbreak, pick up the AK-47, and this could be huge. He could spoil the plans for the players rotating, but he's going to get taken down by Dweezil. Oh, peeking without any information there. Should have known that the players are going down secret from those smokes. A good shot by the man, taking down Badger. Davo. Marches found Gemini here towards Squeaky. Oh! Looks away at the wrong time, but recovers so well.
I think that was a little bit unfortunate for Gemini. I think the body that was dead on the floor maybe threw him off a little bit there.
And Bullock is going to just save this deal. I mean, it makes sense. Like, why give away the gun if you don't have to? Ooh, Davo goes down to the bomb, and as I say, Bullock is busy saving that deal. He gets taken down by the man. So that's going to be a 12-7 scoreline in favor of Dynamic. They're looking so solid, whether it be on T or CT. Their aggression is just so controlled, as you were saying, Jordan, a little bit earlier. It's not the fact that they're not W warriors. They don't just hold W and get in your face. They are definitely structured. They kind of smother you. It reminds me a lot of SK in their prime. Constantly trying to push you, whether you're a T or a CT, into parts of the map that they can control.
Yeah, no, it was really, really good stuff from them. But again, EKasi now forced into that awkward situation because if they opt into this buy here and they lose this round, they are going to be screwed up until the point where they are, I believe, 14-7 down. So if they don't end up winning this, or the eco after, if they do end up losing it, they are going to be very strapped for cash going into the final rounds of Nuke. This, I believe, was their map pick. They have opted to pick this map, I believe, in every matchup. But unfortunately for them, not going their way today. We maybe see a comeback here coming through. We do know EKasi, once they have the right weapons in their hands and once they settle into their CT side a little bit, they can cause so many problems. We saw it happen against Energy Esports the other day. They were able to force them into overtime, despite a quite an unfortunate half for them. I believe it was the 11-4 half, but their CT side was just solid enough to bring it back into overtime. So now maybe with Badger with the AWP in his hands and with two M4s over towards who else in Gemini, maybe we can see something happen. However, DMS and Bullock are going to be on the FAMAS, not too much util between any of them. And with a really nice set of util over towards the DNMK boys, it's going to be so difficult for them to crack it. The man with such a nasty one tap over towards Badger, the AWP down towards Secret, dropped immediately. Now Nexus, a little bit of spam over towards Mouth, not able to do anything. DMS is just going to molly off the top of Silo and try and play this Mouth position. The bomb will be recovered, and they are going to try and exploit outside. They're going to line up the yard smokes. They're going to line up the wall of smokes over towards Secret, but Gemini with the AWP, his reposition could actually be huge here. I'm not sure if they do expect this. But, he spotted the head of the first. Diver needs to be so careful, and Gemini is able to take his head clean off with the AWP, the first frag in the bag at the moment. And now they are back down into the 4v4, so equaling out that advantage that DNMK did end up having. Heartbreak is going to be making his way over towards ramp, just try and take the entry, only tags Bullock down for 16 HP, nothing more done. The man is going to be swinging out down towards lower B tunnels and try and establish a little bit of control of this B side, but I'm not even sure if they're aware that they're down Secret. We are going to see DMS still over towards Mouth. He maybe heard some footsteps, and this could cause massive issues, especially if Dweezil gets dropped here with the bomb, and Heartbreak with the trade is going to pick him up, but who else with a massive spray does so much damage over towards Nexus as well, but not able to convert the frags. But both CTs did expect the Secret push to come through, so they did opt to position over towards ramp room. Heartbreak now over towards Bullock does pick up the first, leaving Gemini in the 1v2 with the AWP in his hands. The Molotov over towards Heaven is going to force him out of the position, and they are now very aware of where he is. Nexus is just going to hightail it back through the smoke and catch Gemini outside. Really unfortunate stuff there from EKasi. It was looking so good when they brought it back down into the 4v4, and when who else, if he had connected that second frag, it would have been the round. But CSGO just be like that sometimes, hey? Unfortunately for them, they weren't able to pick it up, and now they opt into the eco. It's so scuffed at this point in the game, especially when you're at this much of a deficit, but you never know. EKasi and pistols, we've said it so many times, maybe it comes through this round better than the others.
Can I just say, the man hit the dirtiest shot of 2020 over on towards Badger. That was an insane shot on top of Marshmallow, taking down the player at T-Grade. Heartbreak is going to get one, is going to get a second here. No, never mind. Davo does steal it from him. Dynamic just looking so good. They know exactly when to aggress, how to aggress. They know EKasi are a little bit desperate and probably going to try and counter-aggress as CTs and just kind of wait for them. It's so nice to see. They are such a structured team at the moment, playing so well. Just to answer chat as well, we don't know how the vetoes went. We are assuming this was EKasi's pick because they do like to play Nuke. Like we said, we didn't have any of our normal structures in place for this. It was literally 7:45 to 8. We were like asked to cast for this, so we were like, okay, cool, we'll cast. We're here. So we do apologize for the rough start, but we're getting into it now. DMS takes down Dweezil with a great shot. He might be able to find a second. He does! Takes down Heartbreak. These exits could prove crucial, and that's an AK-47 picked up. Never mind. The man is just going to take down DMS. Oh, very difficult here for EKasi. They need to win absolutely everything from here on out. It's going to be a big test of their mental fortitude.
I actually really like this decision from Badger, rather going for the AWP glass cannon setup. It on Nuke, the AWP allows you for so much map control, since so much of it is distance fights. Instead of opting for the 5M4 setup, maybe they can try and match the AWP of Dweezil. Even if he doesn't have armor, if he does get caught out by a spray, I'm pretty sure you'd die anyway. But maybe with the AWP in his hands, if he is able to pick up some damage here, it could be massive. DMS over towards the blue container outside is going to throw a nade down. It's not going to do the most damage, but it does take Nexus down to 72. The flashbangs are going to come out, and the man is going to get close already. DMS with some nice damage over towards Diver and Nexus, but not able to pick up any frags. They are going to be making their way over towards Hull, and Bullock needs to be so careful not to overcommit, and that's exactly what he does. Unfortunately, the man is going to pick up yet another frag for this half. But Badger with the collateral! That could be so huge. He does pick up the first and a third. Nexus, if you die here, it's over. This is so crucial. But Nexus able to hold his nerve and take down Badger. But now who else in the 1v1 with Nexus on just 28 points of health? If he wraps Heaven here, this could be a disaster. But who else has read this absolutely perfectly? Nexus is going to be caught with his pants around his ankles unless the timing does something horrendous. Nexus is going to actually spot who else out as well. But in the 1v1, it's going to be so awkward. Nexus is going to start to get the digits in for the bomb. He is just going to swing out. And who else is going to hang on to it? Absolute heroics over towards ramp by Badger with that AWP glass cannon. I spoke about how much I like the setup, and it proves absolutely crucial in the end of the day. But EKasi now looking a little bit strapped for cash still, even after they do pick up the round.
Jordan, do you see what I see? I see the alligators come out on Gemini. We do love to see it. Probably going to play towards the hut position. That's where I would put the alligator. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Holding the top of hut with an alligator. Could we be more 2020 as the man just pushes around Badger and takes out the AWP super early? Oh, Gemini gets one. Who else takes another? Now it's all of a sudden a 3v2. This fight is a bit awkward for Who Else, but he does take down Davo. Dweezil left in a 1v3. Not much HP left on Who Else and Gemini. But the bomb has gone down towards B, and it is going to be planted. The smoke towards Secret. Good molly there. Oh. I believed, after hitting that nasty shot there onto Who Else, I thought he was going to have a quick spray transfer and take out the man towards ramp. But it isn't meant to be, and it's going to give EKasi their 9th round.
Yeah, I mean, doing the most that they could there with the buy that they had, EKasi were able to pick up the round in the end of the day. But a little bit awkward, especially over towards the end there. Maybe if that spray transfer had come through, as you mentioned, that round was very winnable for DNMK. But however, EKasi were able to close it out, and now they're closing down on that 14-round tally that DNMK has been able to build up for themselves. We are going to see the outside utility expended. The cross smoke is going to come through just so they can make their way over towards the red container. Heartbreak may go for a cheeky little dive through into the bench here. But Gemini spotted out immediately. Heartbreak able to take down the first frag, and yet again, EKasi go a man down at the start of the round. It's going to need a little bit of heroics here to maybe change the momentum here a little bit. But DMS with a really nice angle towards Mouth, not able to pick up the frag though. Nexus taken down for 3 HP. But who else on backside? You never want to be peeking into this man in particular. He does take down the first in the form of Heartbreak, and with Nexus on 3 HP, that's pretty much a dead man as well. But Dweezil is able to find who else towards the back of sight. This could be an absolute disaster for EKasi, but with the bomb going down, Diver is going to punch in the digits, and now the retake is on from the CTs. We are going to see Bullock making his way over towards Mouth, and I don't know if they just opt into the save here. The man over towards the top of Mouth there is just going to be able to secure the frag on towards Bullock, so nothing able to be done here for EKasi. Unfortunately, they are going to hold on to the AK and just pray that they can make it work on the 15-round deficit. A little bit of a hunt here from the T's over towards CT spawn. They aren't going to find anything as Badger's just situated himself over towards Secret. Maybe playing for a couple of exits over towards Mouth. Nexus will be dropped on the 3 HP, but I do believe he's even going to get away from with his life. So that one frag not going to do the most, as they do have quite a nice little bit of economy behind them, but Badger at least able to hold on to the AK. Now with Gemini on 5.5, they could opt into that AWP glass cannon setup again, but maybe he can rather opt to. Oh, that's exactly what's going to happen. Gemini is going to pick up the AWP. No utility on him, no kit, just the AWP and the body armor. So coming into what could potentially be the final round of the half, EKasi not looking the best with their buy.
Here comes all the util for the outside area, but it's going to be a quick. It does look like it's just slowed down a little bit from Dynamic. I don't feel like I say that very often. Yeah, this smoke has kind of just completely stopped the rush from happening as all the terrorists gather around lobby. I'm sure there's just going to be a flashbang here as they push through. Nope, no flashbang needed, just straight up aggression. And here it comes. All of the ramp control just taken by Dynamic. Block is going to get one, but he's not able to get a second as the man takes him down. Dweezil on the flank, on the lurk. Is Dweezil gate right in disguise? I'm not sure. Nexus not managing to finish up that kill there. The double peak. Gemini gets taken down. Ooh, the man taking down Dweezil and Badger taking down the man. Like, that team kill's massive. That gives EKasi an opportunity here, and they know exactly where Nexus is. Nexus gets one. Throws out the pop flash. Is going to get a second. It's a 1v1. Who else needs to win this to keep EKasi alive?
Oh, no kits, no time.
No, he has a kit, but unfortunately, Nexus is going to win that. That's going to go map 1 to Dynamic. So well played by them. The controlled aggression is crazy.
A really nice fight back in that last round there. Unfortunately, not able to pick it up. DMS with that deal with the body spams, with the collateral damage there, was doing so much work there, but unfortunately not able to pick up the frags. And they are going to have their map pick ripped away from inside of their hands. Unfortunately, not able to pick up that final frag on towards Nexus. But kudos to Nexus, a really well controlled, really calm 1v3 clutch. He was just playing around the bomb plant, and maybe EKasi could have approached that difference. Maybe if they had closed off the doors and used a little, maybe try and find a little bit of utility that was lying around on the terrorist bodies, they maybe could have dropped a smoke on the bomb and gotten on the defuse. But that's in an ideal world. In the world of actual competitive CS, it's a little bit more frantic than that. Sometimes your plan doesn't come through, and just one of those situations where EKasi need to revisit the board and go back to the drawing board and maybe draft up something a little bit different.
I do indeed agree with you there. I think it's just so difficult to counter Dynamic right now. The way that they're playing, they kind of condition you to be worried about the flank, the aggressiveness, and then they also just have great execute on top of that. And then Dweezil with the AWP and the lurk, and just it feels like everyone in the Dynamic can play any role within the team, which makes them so good and makes them quite a dynamic team. Ha. Huh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Get so lost.
But I think the name suits them perfectly. Everyone can play everything. They're super aggressive. They slow it down. They kind of force you to play. They force their opposition to play the game on their terms, which makes them such a good team.
Especially with regards to team play, the individual play of DNMK maybe not up there with the likes of ATK, but their team play is absolutely ridiculous. The team chemistry that they have, everyone's always playing off of each other. Everyone's always playing off of the information that they are given, and they're always adapting their play style, not letting EKasi rest for even a single moment within the entirety of Nuke. Even as the CT side, playing maybe more of a T side approach with so much controlled aggression over towards lobby, absolutely ripping the map control away from EKasi, forcing them into a more passive play style, which it can get a little bit flustering against a team like DNMK if you strangled for all of that map control and you're clearing every single angle and then you get peaks from an angle that you're not expecting. It can be so frustrating to deal with. But yeah, in the end of the day, really well played to DNMK. They were able to close it out. Some really impressive strategy coming through from them. Some really nice team play coming through as well. But EKasi again had their moments of brilliance. That second previous round, I almost had a heart attack when Badger hit that collateral over towards Hull. But unfortunately, not able to close it out in the end of the day. Not able to take us to overtime. We are going to see the second map on Inferno. How do you feel about this map pick between these two teams?
Listen, I've seen EKasi play Inferno a few times, and I think they've won it the same amount of times as they've lost it. They often, one thing about EKasi on Inferno, they seem to respect smokes a little bit too much. I know that sounds weird. I know pushing through smokes isn't what you want to be seeing, but sometimes it is important just to do that to keep the opposition from being able to read you super easily. And I feel like it's just a bit static from EKasi sometimes when they play on Inferno. But maybe they've changed. Maybe they're going to be a little bit more aggressive. Take a few pages out of the strat book of their opposition, and hopefully we're going to see an absolute cracker of a map here. And EKasi hopefully can take this map out of Dynamic's hands and make it a 1-1 for this best of 2.
I'd love to see EKasi pick up this map. I feel like having such a talented roster and having such a rough start to this leg already is going to be so tragic. It's so difficult to deal with, especially when you have as much talent. And everyone on EKasi knows that they are talented, but they're not getting the rewards that they deserve from it. They're not getting the wins that they deserve. They're not getting the maps that they deserve. So unfortunately for them, they were drafted a little bit into a pool of death, having DNMK, having Energy Esports, having the likes of the top 5 CS:GO teams in South Africa in your pool. It's really difficult to try and put the wins on the board, but we've seen so much heart being shown from them, so much intuitive gameplay, and so many interesting strats, especially, and so many moments of brilliance from them to even take the maps as close as they've been. Unfortunately for them, not able to close out Nuke previously, but maybe if they can bring it back to 1-1, it'll bring a little bit of confidence back, and then maybe you never know. Maybe they can bounce back in the next series, take a 2-0, and then still make a madness run through the tournament.
Well, this is the first time an EKasi roster have been in the Masters, been in Masters as well as getting to Premier League. So the Premier Division, not Premier League. I'm thinking about football, but first time they've been in the Premier Division as well. So I think they're learning really, really quickly. You see them adapting. I think every time they play a match, there's always something that they see. Okay, we can do this better. They strat, they practice, they talk it out, and they come back a better team time and time again. They were quite badly beaten by Energy on the second map. But fortunately, I think that was a big character building moment for them. And we are going to see the pistol around here. EKasi starting over on CT side, and Dynamic not really rushing anywhere specifically to begin with. I do like this approach. Gemini is going to peek. He's going to spot one player, throw out the nade. That's a perfect nade. That nade is even better, but now Dynamic are coming, and they're coming quickly. 3 players for EKasi over on this B bomb site. That smoke is slowing nothing down. Oh, heartbreak of the shot onto Gemini is going to get the first kill of this map.
Oh, this is so smart.
Right back around. Heartbreak's going to get another. It's going to force a rotation, but Badger hears this. Nexus isn't able to take him down. The spam is a bit awkward by the USP, but eventually Badger takes down Nexus. Oh! Badger taking down Davo, and isn't able to find the man sitting at a headshot. DMS, 3 HP, a USP, and not much of a chance, to be fair.
Oh, and the timing is going to be so sad as well.
CSGO do be like that, Jordan. It do be like that.
It really do be like that sometimes. I see someone asking map in the chat. The first map that we saw today was Nuke. The second map we do have Inferno. I believe this one is DNMK's map pick. They opted to pick sides on the I'm not sure how the side system works. I'm not sure if there even was a knife round that went through.
No, there
But
was a knife round, and EKasi chose to start on CT side.
okay, so at least EKasi getting their knife pick. I mean their side pick off the map choice of DNMK, which I'm pretty sure is what happened. We have seen EKasi pick up nuke quite a few times throughout this div so far. We are going to see the terrorist aggression towards the apps, but it has been a 5-man stack coming towards A side of things. The USP is not able to do anything at the moment. Dweezil with a really nice spray down. Nexus picking up 3 as well. So a really short-lived round there for the USPs, but at least they're trying something different. At least they're trying to take the rounds and the rifles away from and the SMGs away from DNMK early, trying to cause a little bit of pandemonium. But they are going to at least get into a rifle round now. DNMK opting not to upgrade, but probably a really decent call, because with Mac 10s and apartments, especially on Inferno, it can be so difficult to hold down, especially even with a rifle.
Well, listen, Jordan, I don't know about you, but I thought that was so clean bar dynamic. Just being able to take care of the anti-eco in a matter of seconds. I say it time and time again, a great team makes easy rounds look easy. A mediocre or bad team will make these anti-ecos look a bit more difficult than they are. Who else is going to take 2 down from the balcony position? A good spray control there by Gemini to take down 3. That's his 3rd, actually. Eventually, Dweezil does take him down. Dweezil with his own 3k, and he's going to be able to get the bomb down.
Jeez.
And now, it's a 1v2. I don't know, the way Dweezil was hitting shots there with that galore. I back him. He's sitting 6-0, but unfortunately, he's not going to win that round, and it's going to give EKasi their first round of this map. Brayden, just so you know, the first map was 16-7 in favor of DNMK. Am I right here, Jordan?
It was either 16-7 or 16-9, but I think it might have been 16-7. No, you know what? Actually, it was 16-9, because it was 16-7, and then Badger went absolutely berserk over towards ramp with the collateral.
Oh, yes.
And then they picked up the 8th, and then they got a 9th, but then it fell apart a little bit.
We are going to see DNMK still picking up all of the AK-47s in utility. Although EKasi won that round, Badger can only afford it equal. The CT economy is so fragile. If you're not winning rounds with at least 3 players alive as a CT, you're actually negatively affecting your economy. But Nexus going fast, going quick. He is going to take down Badger. That Deagle not landing his headshot. But who else takes down Heartbreak? Nexus just entering absolutely everywhere he goes, taking down DMS. And now I'm pretty sure Bullock is busy shivering at the thought of having to take down Nexus with the 3k.
That was crazy.
Imagine having such good aim. Just imagine.
One day.
Oh, but who else showing some of his aim ability, taking down Davo. Nexus sitting on 27 HP. Needs to be careful he doesn't get spotted out first. All this nade from who else? It goes to the right place. Unfortunately, not going where it needs to go. Nexus waiting for the peak. Dweezil gets the first. Nexus peeks out, and that's going to be his 4k. What a round from Nexus. Nothing but heads.
The entry frags there were absolutely ridiculous, especially over towards Arch. I really thought DMS would be able to pick him up on 27 HP over towards Arch, but he gets absolutely Ferrari peaked. Nexus just swinging completely wide, taking his head clean off, and they are going to pick up their 3rd round. And now, DMS got load shedding. Electrics is going to come in to swap him, but with the danger man being dropped out of the server, unfortunately, EKasi is going to maybe struggle a little bit here. Electrics, I do believe, is their coach, so at least they do have a stand-in available. But sorry, I'm just reading chat here. They are just clarifying on the rules. But DMS, yeah, unfortunately, he has timed out now. We are going to see Electrics coming in to replace him. So hang on. I see Electric's profile picture, but for me it still says that he's DMS. So
I don't know. Type retry on console, Jordan. Okay, well, good sportsmanship coming here from Dynamic. The rules do state that you're not really allowed to swap subs in the middle of a round, even though load shedding is happening. I'm not too sure why that rule exists when you live in South Africa and ESCOM is a thing. I don't really agree with that rule, but very well played by the Dynamic Gents. Good sportsmanship saying, you know what, we want to have a good fight. You guys bring in your sub. We don't care what the rules say. Good stuff by the DNMK Gents, and I think that deserves a little bit of a firm handshake from chat there. Firm handshakes all around.
yeah, and some really nice sportsmanship. South African players in particular, they, as much as certain people can get carried away with the scene, they're always here for a fight. Electric announces himself onto the server with a ridiculous one. He got second. Electrix is going crazy, but not able to take down the third. Dweezil does end up picking up the frag, but now Gemini with the Deagle is looking to do even more work. And yet again, EKasi and Deagles, how many times do we have to say it? They pick up 3 in the round. The man is going to be dropped there. Unfortunately, for EKasi, not able to pick up the final 2 at the moment. The bomb plant is going to get faked out, trying to encourage Badger to peek into it, but he's just lining up a little bit of a flashbang here, maybe for a Coffin's peek. I'm not too sure, but the man should actually be able to spot him out here. The Coffin's plant is not going to come through. They are very aware that these are all fakes, but Divo over towards this construction position is going to be the man who has to lock it down, but the man is so clean and so crisp with that AK-47. He does take down who else? Finally, after 1,300 and a half fakes, we are going to see the bomb planted, and it is finally going to go down. The man on just the 45 HP is going to try and peek over towards CT. However, Badger with the Deagle in his hands, he's never someone you want to be over peeking into. However, when you're as good at aiming as DNMK are, it doesn't really matter. Diver is able to pick up that frag, and now EKasi again forced into a little bit of an awkward economic spot. But Electrics, what a way to announce your arrival onto the server.
Listen, Electrics hitting 2 naughty Deagle headshots there. Absolutely insane way to get into a server. And it's not easy going from coach to player in the middle of a round. And the nade stack is not going to be effective at all. Slightly unfortunate. We do like to see it. Dynamic do prefer going towards A though, as we see it happening yet again. All of this mid control just gets taken. Who else on the flank is going to get 2 before he's taken out by Nexus? The man does bra up Gemini. Badger getting 1. Nexus taking down Badger. And now it's a 2v2. Unfortunately, well, listen. Electrics has a D-wall, and he's on the server. So, things can happen. Things can happen very, very quickly. And now I'm just sitting towards post plants, Heartbreak towards Grave. If he peeks out towards lane, Electrics is dead.
Oh, Bullock is timing as well.
Oh no, load shedding.
Oh, never mind, he's back. I think.
What a time to be out. Let's go have a look-see. Oh, good shot by Electrics. Oh, I thought he hit that. I was 100% sure he hit that. Yeah, Bullock's timing.
Oh, look at his ping. It's such a sad time to time a really solid eco round there from EKasi. Not able to pick anything more up. Nexus is just going to find him. Hopefully he doesn't go for the knife and exploit it. Good sportsmanship yet again from Nexus to take him down without the knife kill. Not taking any unnecessary money away from the situation. So we are going to go into the timeout. Unfortunately here, EKasi is being plagued by some technical issues. We are seeing Bullock's ping just rising and rising and rising, and no signs of it coming down at the moment. Maybe someone's watching Netflix on 4K in the other room. And,
4K 60 FPS.
Unfortunately for him, it's not the greatest time for them to be doing that. Maybe it's also a little bit of a problem caused by load shedding in the area. We all know how much of a pain in the butt it can be to deal with load shedding, especially when your ISP is a South African ISP. Especially, I'm not sure if Bollocks with Telkom. I would wage my bet saying that he might be, but
Jordan, this is a Telkom sponsored event.
I don't believe you.
All right, but in any case, very unfortunate for EKasi. They're just plagued by everything. I'm not going to lie. They are completely plagued, whether it be load shedding or ping. Tonight's just obviously not their night in terms of things going their way. However, Dynamic, super good sportsmen. They're like, you know what, take your time. We understand. We just do your thing. Like, just do what you can. We want to make sure that everyone is ready and able to play. Bullock still sitting on 100 HP. It's not 100 HP, 100 ping. Is he just going to play with 100 ping?
It does seem to be going down bit by bit by bit. So coming into this round, we are going to see the full buy from both teams. Badger with the AWP, he's been absolutely crazy with that weapon over the time that we've seen him use it. Maybe he can light up the server a little bit. We are going to see the banana peak. Maybe we can see Bullock throwing that one way for him to peek banana. He is going to throw exactly that same one way, and the flashbang is going to come out as well. Badger is just going to peek behind the one way, takes down Nexus immediately, and now repositioning over towards site. He is just going to wait and hope and pray for yet another push, but it's not going to happen. DNMK is just going to opt for the slow approach. Gemini could get caught a little bit awkwardly here playing for the anti-flash, but he looks into the flashbang at the exact wrong time. The timing was so sad that he was playing anti-flash the entire time, but unfortunately, as he looks, he does get flashed. Electrics now swinging out to peak banana. Divo will take his head clean off, but with Badger on the AWP, he does not miss. Takes down Divo, bringing it down into the 3-on-2, and with the AWP over towards family, but that Molotov can make things very spicy. But oh, what a shot onto Heartbreak through the corner of the box, and the fourth in the round. I said hopefully he can light up the server, but he does more. I cannot speak. He's so good, man. It's just crazy.
That was insane, Badger, bro. That was honestly, I think that's the best round that I've seen Badger ever play. He played that so well, re-peeking at the right moments, using the entirety of that B bomb site to make sure that every fight is isolated against the terrorists. So well played. As you see, Dynamic pulling an EKasi with the Deagles. You have to love it.
$700 AWP.
Jordan, you're making me laugh today. I'm not going to lie. Badger keeps hitting shots as he takes on the man.
Usain Bolt is on the server.
And his name is Badger.
Usain Badger.
Oh, but Dweezil and Nexus taking down Badger and Bullock. Unfortunately, Badger can't do it yet again. But who else might? Never mind. Dweezil's just going to take him out of the server. That's a fantastic headshot. Electrics and Gemini now are going to try and attempt this retake. Electrics does have a kit.
Oh my god!
What is happening? So many shots are getting hit tonight.
I cannot watch this anymore. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Oh, Electrics takes on Heartbreak. Dweezil taking out Electrics, and the spam's coming. Dweezil sitting on 16 HP. Oh, and Dweezil wins the aim. That's a 4K for Dweezil. What a time to come alive in the server. What?
Holy Moses, man. My heart can't take this. That was absolutely ridiculous. That first shot from Gemini, the spam through the corner of the wall and over towards Library was so crazy. If he had just kept the spray going, he would have actually closed out the round because Dweezil was the other man peeking into it. But then Dweezil just comes alive completely with that A4, taps over towards Pit, and then also taps the final two frags. Electrics maybe committing a little bit to the crowd spray too much. But nevertheless, it is what it is. He isn't able to pick it up. He isn't able to pick up the frag on towards Dweezil, and Dweezil does, in the end of the day, close it out. But now Heartbreak does spot the wrap over towards Boiler by the two players, Badger and who else, both taking down Nexus, doubling up with Heartbreak to bring it down into the 3-on-5. Gemini with the scout in his hands is going to try and make a little bit of a difference, and we are going to see the full site commitment coming in from DNMK. The bomb will be going down. Gemini with that scout is going to be tapped out through the smoke. Divo, what are you doing? You can't do it to him. Through the corner of the wall as well, just to add extra insult to injury. But we are going to see both of the CTs buddying up now. Electrics, again, the man with the deagle. He's already, I believe, picked up 4 or 5 frags with that weapon in this game. but unfortunately he is getting spammed down. Heartbreak actually will be taken down by Bullock, but left on the 2 HP. He won't have anything else to say in the round. Divo does close it out. And yet another round here for DNMK. They do end up picking up their 7th, and if you're a Kasi, you just got to be feeling so unlucky. The admin's unfortunately not able to reschedule the match, so forced to play even with load shedding. Electrics having to come in as the sub, as the it's so difficult coming into, especially against a team like DNMK, when you're not playing with your full core roster. You can't really expect to take too much away from them. But kudos to EKasi, they are putting down the heat at the moment. Gemini with a little bit of aggression over towards Banana is going to be punished by Divo, bringing it into the 4v5 immediately.
Who else will take down Heartbreak? The man trading him out immediately. So many flashbangs. Everyone was blind, but that doesn't matter. These two teams can get kills without seeing anyone. And I have a very funny thing that I want to say that I saw in chat, but we will keep it for the end of the round. Actually, no, I'm going to say it now because Bullock and Electros are just going to save these guns. So apparently we shouldn't be saying players are taking each other out on the server because ESCOM would do it for them.
I mean, ESCOM's the 6th man for DNMK at the moment.
I mean, that's true. But I don't even think DNMK need it. They're such a good roster. ESCOM just favoring them tonight, and that's just the luck of the draw sometimes. EKasi might benefit from it in the future. You never know. Very difficult to try and make a living from esports in South Africa when literally your power isn't working out.
Yeah, electrics. Unfortunately, the wrong kind of electric needed for EKasi at the moment. ESCOM causing major problems throughout pretty much the entire year. I've been experiencing power outages. I don't know about anyone else, but literally from January through to now, every single week, every single month, I've had power outages. So I really get where EKasi are feeling a little bit down at the moment. But with electrics coming in, it's still not looking too bad. Who else over towards the top of balcony is going to be holding down this lane position? A nice crossfire set up on towards site. Gemini is going to wrap over towards library and should be able to take Heartbreak down, left on the 32 HP, and that will be finally the man advantage for EKasi for once. That nade could be huge. The man is going to be spotted out by who else? He just opted to drop off the balcony and play that pit position, and it's really worked out for the end. In the end here, Nexus is just going to boost Diver over towards the top of Ducky, but falling off immediately, not getting anything done. Badger with a really nice angle here, holding over towards lane. Dweezil is looking for this AWP pick. Unfortunately, not able to pick him up. Diver is there to trade it out, though. Gemini over towards Archers is going to spot out the first. A really nice shot there. I really wouldn't have expected him to pre-aim that angle in particular, but maybe the comms were there. And now Dweezil on just the 10 points of health is going to be likely short for this world. Badger is going to be spotted out, just the corner of his body spotted there. But now Dweezil on the 10 HP will be taken down, and some nice taps from Badger will secure out the round. And AWP will be actually saved. And with Badger on the AWP, you never know. Maybe this could be the point of turnaround for EKasi.
Listen, EKasi played very well there, all things considered. I think they, the tilt has left the server maybe. I know I'd be rather tilted, all things considered, that's happening to them right now. So maybe a good reset happening, and around much needed. As you see Dynamic going quickly up and on the nades coming through is going to do some damage on towards Nexus. The molly is going to brime up a little bit and stop this rush in its tracks, just for a moment though. Here comes the rotate. I love this. Assert dominance towards top banana and then just like free flow around the map as you please. It's so nice to watch. No, not the chicken.
What the hell? How rude.
The man is going to take Gemini down from library, and now the B pinch is going to happen. Bravo peeks out, takes down Bullock. Nexus is going to take down Electric, so now the B bomb site is all theirs, and the players on Dynamic just have to worry about the rotate.
again, EKasi forced into opting for the save rather than going for the retake. All 5 members of DNMK still alive at the moment. But Badger not really having the impact this round that he was hoping for, unfortunately for him. But maybe if they overextend here a little bit on the hunt, maybe he can pick up some exit frags. He is sitting just over towards the pillar on the corner there, holding for the CT push, but misses the first shot. Now he could be in danger. Nexus with a really nice headshot, completely Ferrari peak there. But who else on a really awkward angle to clear for Nexus is going to be taken down. But Dweezil there for the trade frag. Who else will be dropped in the end of the day? And now coming into this round, it's one of those situations for EKasi where you just have to accept that it's not your day. You are going to try and force into some kind of plays. Electric's picking up his Deagle, that infamous Deagle again. Gemini picking up the Deagle as well. Bullock as well with the $700 AWP in their hands. Who else with the CZ and Badger with the PD50? Not the best buy in the world, but with at least a couple of flashbangs, maybe they can force something to happen. But that nade on top of the Molotov is going to cause so many problems. Badger will be taken down, unfortunately, slowed up by the nade in the Molotov, not able to make his way through it. And now Heartbreak over towards mid is going to be dinked immediately by who else? But while he was in the air, unable to shoot, but he does end up just tapping away who else. Now the banana aggression from Dweezil could be punished, but as there are 3 people facing it, but a really nice spray shot from him does ensure that he does pick up at least 2. The third not able to come to fruition, but the man so crisp, so clean. He is the man indeed. Takes down the final frag, and that's a 10th round on the board for Dynamic. So really, you can see on their map pick, they look so well drilled. We have been speaking about how unlucky EKasi is, but that does not take anything away from DNMK at all. All of these players are looking absolutely crazy today. All of them are hitting every single shot that they need to, and at the end of the day, they are just playing the better CS. But we are going to see EKasi try and force something yet again, but Divo taken low by the nades, but with the Molotov and the nade combo yet again causing the damage, not able to do anything more. They are going to go down yet again by a one-man EKasi, and Badger with the AWP over towards this A side of things is going to have to go huge. Who else does spot Heartbreak over towards this balcony position, but he isn't able to pick up the frag. Gemini does at least trade one back onto the man. Now smokes off this B exit, so Divo is going to be the last man left over towards B to try and make something happen. But in the 3v4, it's not looking too likely for EKasi to pick this one up.
No, it's not. Nexus is spraying, is going to take down Badger. Electrics and Gemini with everything to do here. I mean, at this stage, just go for it. Back yourselves, try to get a few kills, and maybe something works out. But the save call has come through, and Electrics and Gemini are going to try and save these guns.
Oh, that's a nerdy little angle.
Dive is going to get taken by Electrics, but not before he hits a nasty shot.
I really like that angle there. That was quite nifty.
And it's going to be 11-3 going into the last round of this half. Pretty crazy. A pretty crazy map so far. Dynamic looking so good. Can I just take a quick moment to say that that nade and molly combo towards app is such a high IQ move by Dynamic. How often does a player just skip from there, from stairs, from boiler to stairs, and that nade and molly combo will get them down over and over again?
Yeah, it's a really cool combo, but even the fact that they were able to transfer it over to B in the next round and try and get something done. But oh, the Swag 7 doing a lot of work, and Badger also with the nade is able to pick up 2. Nexus is going to pick up 1, but Gemini is there for the refrag. But then the man swings through the smoke and is able to take him down. But then Badger with the deagle is able to take down the man. Nexus then refrags over towards Badger, but leaving it down in the 2-on-1. Bullock with that AWP and Electrics with the M4. He is going to be rotating over from Banana, and he is going to be able to hear Nexus caught with his knife in his hand, so at least a consolation round here for EKasi at the end of the first half. But again, what I was saying earlier is the fact that they do it the one round over towards apps, they don't opt for the apps play. The next round, EKasi opts not to send someone over towards Boiler for the information play. They opt to send someone over towards Banana for the information play. And DNMK read it perfectly. They throw the Molly Nade combo this time over towards the B side of things. And yet again, it catches someone off guard. So really solid adaptation here from DNMK. And going into this pistol round, they are going to pick up the double flashbang and the diffuse kit over towards Dweezil. So he's definitely going to be one to watch where his corpse is if he does end up dying. So that could really be a determining factor. That kit is so powerful on a pistol round especially, but Bullock with the opening frag is going to bring it down into the 4v5, but Diver brings it 4v4 immediately.
The man taking out who pushes by himself. The split needs to be effective. Unfortunately, the man is on a tear, taking down Gemini, eventually taken down by Electrics. The bomb is going to try to be planted as Badger gets 2 kills. Can he get a third? The Glock spam isn't working, but doesn't matter. Electrics is just going to hit so many shots.
That second shot was absolutely ridiculous, Badger. What were you doing? I don't know what he must have eaten some different cornflakes this morning, because he has been hitting some absolutely ridiculous shots.
Maybe he's just one of those people that don't really like warming up too much. Just like, let's get in the game, let's get going. And the nade stack towards mid could have been effective, but unfortunately, not how the cookie crumbles this time. The flash comes out, but he's going to run into his stack here. You're only getting one before he gets taken down by Heartbreak. Who else is going to take down Dweezil? Electric's holding this angle. Taking down Davo. Bullock is going to take down Heartbreak, and now the man, although he's a great player, I'm not too sure a P250 is going to take down Esports players. Never mind, he takes down 2 just like that. Okay, he's obviously listening to me. He was like, oh, I'll show you, I'll do this. As we see, EKasi just deciding to go quickly, get this plant down, and kind of guarantee at least $800 in the bank account, because I'm a bit scared. The man has an AK-47, a flash, and a smoke for this retake.
This is a smart move, swapping the scout to the low HP player.
Oh! Okay. Never mind. I should have been worried about Bullock. That was an insane shot.
Yeah, really nice way to close it out. The man forcing the issue a little bit with those 2 P250 frags, but not able to pick up anything else, even with the AK recovered. But a really nice shot from Bullock, able to close it out. EKasi is switching the scout over to the low HP player, and at the end of the day, it does pay off big time. The one-shot kill potential is really important to have, especially when you're a little bit low on the HP. But the Banana Rush is actually being so punished here by DNMK. The utility usage is so huge, takes everyone down to half HP before they even cross, and then a really nice controlled little burst from the man is able to pick up 2. But Nexus over towards Apps does dink who else as well. That's a really nerdy one way. I really like that from Nexus. That's really cool. I actually want to go back and watch this and see how he threw that. But who else will be tagged down to the 21 HP. Nexus does re-peek into it with the assist flashbang from who else. Does double up, takes down yet another frag, but now Badger with the AK is able to take down at least one, and he's forced himself down to 3 HP. And a really nice shot over towards Dweezil, not able to close it out. However, as Heartbreak will close out the round, the 3 HP not enough to survive. And unfortunately for EKasi, the momentum was on their sides. But when you're winning rounds with the new economy update, it's so difficult. Even if you win a couple rounds in a row, you go on to 1 loss, and all of a sudden you're broke.
That was a little bit of a... I don't even know what to say there. It was such a good round for DNK. They're using their aggression at the right times. They know they need it around to stop the momentum, and they bring out the aggression. They bring out the heat, and unfortunately, EKasi just didn't have an answer. Ooh, Nexus has a good little angle here towards Apps. Smokes it off. He needs to be careful. If he picks out at the wrong time, he could be facing 3 EKasi players. Or he takes down 1. Davo takes 1 down towards Banana. The peak does come through. Electrics is only able to get one. And that was a very, very clean round from Dynamic.
Really solid stuff there from them, ensuring that minimal damage is taken. Electrix was able to pick up the one with the Tech 9, but at the end of the day, it's not enough. A really solid crossfire there over towards Brackets from Diver, and I believe what was the man over towards Boiler, ensuring that no damage was taken. We are going to see the only man taken down is going to reinvest up into the M4A for Heartbreak on that AK-47. We know how much damage he can do with the rifles in his hands. Nexus with the flashbang assist from Heartbreak is able to take down one, but Badger's positioning is so huge as he takes down Nexus and Dweezil. Really nice openings there from Badger as he tries to force his hand in the round. He is able to recover an info at least, but the man's aggression down Banana could be huge. Gemini just able to squeeze out with his life. But with the 3 Glocks and the M4, you're still not really favoring for EKasi to win this one, as the M4 does get dropped. Badger does get taken down. Heartbreak now swinging out from top Brackets is going to take Bullock down as well. But the man is going to be down towards the bottom of it. But Gemini with the Zeus on towards Diver, the disrespect, and then Electrics with the FAMAS, he brings it down from the full Glocks into the one-on-one. An absolutely crazy round here from EKasi. Some colorful language in the chat there from what I believe was Diver, but he explains it exactly how it is. What is happening in this round? EKasi bring it down into the 1v1, and now Electrics with that FAMAS just ensuring that the aggression from the man can't come through. He is going to be making his way over towards mid, but that smoke will give away his position. The smoke grenade over towards CT will ensure that the man has to hold this off angle. But if Electrics read this, it could be so huge. Surely he knows by now, but unfortunately not aware. The man is going to be able to take him down and secure a 14th, but such a good 5 Glock round there from EKasi, causing so many issues.
Listen, a 5 o'clock round, EKasi taking it down to a 1v1, they can be very happy, but they need to win everything from here on out. I feel like I said that on Nuke as well, and it was probably a similar scoreline to go with it. EKasi needs to show some character here, show some mental fortitude, and do everything in their power to win. But this double peak from... Oh, that was such a good peak, I'm not even going to lie. I feel bad for Bullock. I feel really bad for him. And the flash is going to come out and is going to allow Heartbreak to peek, get some information, but they get blind. And who else with the flank taking down Nexus? How is everyone flanking each other? I'm so confused. Dweezil taking down Badger, Gemini taking down Davo, and needs to worry about Dweezil, who takes him down eventually.
But then who else on the flank as well? What is going on?
I'm so confused. Who else? What? What a shot!
Oh, Santorres!
And the man is going to end this round of confusion and give Dynamic a map and series point.
What a shot there over towards the end from who else? Not able to pick up the round off of that, but that shot was absolutely crazy. A pixel peek there from him. So quick, so efficient, takes the head clean off. But now Dweezil with the AWP is just going to peek into Bullock, take him down immediately. And now Badger with the deagle. Whoa, he destroys it. Dweezil gets absolutely moosed. But the man does take down Gemini through the smoke, bringing it back down into the 4v3. But then who else onto Nexus? Why not? Frags are just flying. And then the man onto Electrics, I suppose. It also comes through, and then the man doubles up on towards Badger, bringing it down into the 3-on-1 for the map. Divo will close it out. So DNMK will pick up the series 2-0. Really solid stuff there from them towards the end there, just closing out Inferno. But EKasi, with one player down, they should be walking away with this with their heads held very high. Some really interesting strats that they've shown us today. Some really insane individual plays, but you never know with ESCOM the way with ESCOM the way it is. It can be so difficult to be able to rock up to these officials every single day. But the admins forcing their hand in the matter, saying that it has to be done today. So really well played to DNMK. They are able to take the series 2-0 despite EKasi putting up a really good fight. DNMK on the day, the better team, able to close out the rounds when necessary. And yeah, some really solid stuff from all of their members. Nexus, Dweezil as well. And especially the man, he was my surprise player today. I always thought that he was a little bit quiet on the DNMK roster, but today he really came through and absolutely destroyed. So really well played to DNMK, and but as well really well played to Akasi. Unfortunate that the load shedding had to happen, but maybe just revisit the drawing board and come back with a little bit of flames next time.
Indeed, indeed. Jordan, has been lovely casting with you, my man. DMK really did show us how to play some fantastic aggressive CS. They are so well drilled. They're playing so well together. They're honestly in my top four of South African CSGO right now. They're playing so good. Nexus was on an absolute tear tonight, Jordan. Absolute tear. But EKasi, brand new to the Masters tournament, brand new to the Premier League, and I'm sure they're going to be learning whether it be in the server or out of the server every time they play a match, and they should be excited about the future for the org. And I'm just excited to cast more games. I do apologize to everyone still in chat for the rough start. It was very hastily. Uh, we are very hastily called to come and do this cast. But Jordan, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here with me. And we are going to say goodnight. George, do you want to say goodbye to everyone?
Yeah, thank you for everyone who stuck out in the chat. Thank you for the boys who came through. I saw a couple of my mates who don't even play CSGO coming through and showing a little bit of support. So thank you guys for pulling through. Thank you to everyone who's come to support the teams. And big thank you to all of EKasi sponsors for making this possible. Thank you to Perfect. I know it's especially a big shout out to you. I know this must be stressful for you, but at least we were able to get the stream together at the end of the day. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to hop into the caster seat. And yeah, thank you to you as well, Jean. Thank you for always being such a lovely person to cast with. It's always an absolute blast casting with you. But for me, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna let this one fade away.
All good things must come to an end, and that includes the stream. Good night to everyone in chat. Remember to be safe, and remember that you are valued and loved.